Good day and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us again. We are talking to Meadsie van Zyl, and she's from Fertility Mate. So I just want to welcome you, Meadsie. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being part of the World Fertility Day awareness. So we turned it into a World Fertility Day awareness month, actually, because I think these conversations need to be had. And so, like I said, she is from Fertility Mate. So, welcome and thank you for joining us, Mitzi.
Thank you so much for your generous introduction, Leanne. We are always very excited and honored to be part of the Fertility Solutions sessions. And we have met so many partners in the industry, and I think it's just a positive for everyone out there. Um, yeah, so
It-
thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Please tell us about Fertility Mate, just a short version of who you guys are in the industry, what it is that you do.
Okay, so Fertility Mate is an egg donor agency. We are 15 years in the industry,
Mm.
and I believe it has extensive experience in collaboration with the various stakeholders in the process, such as donor agencies, attorneys, fertility specialists, nurses, and the in-house medical staff of the clinics. Fertility Mate is committed to ensure the best care always given to our donors. And therefore, we as an agency adhere to the SASREC and FDA ethical guidelines and rules for donor agencies. Fertility Mate works closely with the top fertility accredited clinics out there. Our donors are exceptional, fully medically, genetically, and psychologically screened egg donors to offer the highest quality egg donors to the intended parents out there. Our main priority is to provide a safe, professional managed egg donor program that always puts the best interests of the egg donors, the intended parents, and their future children first. Not only can you expect professional service, but also personalized experience with Fertility Mate.
Thank you very much, Mitzi. And I know you've got a message for World Fertility Day for the community of celebrating or honoring World Fertility Day.
Absolutely. Yeah, World Thank you for allowing me to just say something about it. But it was World Fertility Day on the 2nd. But this day is dedicated and recognized to supporting everyone navigating their own fertility journey. These journeys are often filled with a mix of hope, patience, disappointment, and resilience. Whether you are just beginning to think of about family planning, simply want to learn, or facing the challenges of a current process, World Fertility Day serves as a reminder that you have a community behind you. And that is where I want to thank you as Fertility Solutions as well, bringing all these people together in the field to provide the intended parents with as much as possible information that they can get to make it a better or the best journey that they can have.
Thank you very much, Mitzi. Like I said, I love the fact that you use the word community by talking, and exactly that is what World Fertility Day is all about, and letting everyone know that's on this journey that there is a community behind them. So thank you for being a part of that. We're going to get into our first question is tell us something about Fertility Mate as a piece of the puzzle. How do egg donors serve as a crucial component in the fertility industry? And why are they considered a necessary piece of the puzzle for individuals and family pursuing fertility treatments?
Okay, yes, a piece of the puzzle. In the fertility industry, we deal with fertility problems and people having babies every day. We know how concerned you become when another month or year passes and there has not been a positive result. We know a great deal of the dreams, aspirations, frustrations, and the sense of failure. If you have a difficulty falling pregnant, there is a great deal you can do about it. I think more now than ever before. There is so many expertise in this field to assist you, from fertility specialists, dietitians, psychologists. We at Fertility Mate, providing an egg donor is just one part of the puzzle. But if we take together all the information of all the expertise, it can create a clear blueprint for success.
Okay, thank you very much, Meadsie. Our next question is, what would you say make Fertility Mate unique in their own way? What qualities or practices do you believe make Fertility Mate stand out as a unique and exceptional egg donor agency? Or what qualities or services make Fertility Mate stand out as a unique egg donor agency?
Okay, yes, Fertility Mate, like we said, has been 15 years in the industry. We are committed to ensuring the best care, always giving to their donors. We, as an agency, adhere to the SASREC and FDA rules and regulations, which is very important to us. And Fertility Way works closely together with the top accredited clinics as well. Our donors are exceptional, fully medically, genetically, and psychologically screened egg donors to offer the highest quality donor eggs to the intended parents as well. So our main priority is to provide a safe, professional managed egg donor program that always puts the best interest of the egg donors, their intended parents, and their future children first. Not only can you expect professional service, but also a friendly, personalized experience from Fertility Mate. The reason being more involved with our donors, and that is from starting the process, from a donor who start reading up about donation, making an informed decision, signing up to really be an egg donor, understanding the process, going through all the screening up to the end of a possible egg donation, and also the follow-up afterwards is very important to us, because many donors have the complaint that the donation process is a lonely and clinical process out there. And that is something that none of us want. We strive to treat the donors with love, compassion, respect, and professionalism, making the donation an even more rewarding experience on the end. We all share the same goals: to help families to fulfill their dreams, to have a baby of their own.
Thank you very much, Meadsie. The next question is donor contribution. How would you describe the role and significance of an egg donor's contribution to the fertility industry?
Okay. Egg donation is where the donors donate their own eggs to intended parents who are struggling to have their own baby. And that can be due to various reasons discussed by their fertility specialist. But then they come at a point where the specialist will inform them that they will have to move over to getting an egg donor. Making use of egg donor, donating eggs might be the only solution for some people out there to conceive a baby or start their own family. Thousands of patients have been helped through egg donation to conceive over the past few years, feeling sad having trouble bonding or having continued doubts about having an egg donor, it's emotions going through intended parents. But the when we see the parents who express to us the feeling after they had the baby, they are overwhelmed with love and gratitude once the baby was born. No regrets in using donor eggs.
Thank you very much. Our next question is, parents who followed egg donor route testimonials. Could you share testimonial from intended parents who successfully conceived through an egg donor?
Absolutely. Egg donation is a life-changing gift, as all of us know. It's a gift that offers hope to intended parents who previously thought they could never have children. I want to share a note that one of the intended parent couples left in the clinic a few months ago or 2 months ago to a donor. And it goes like this. To our wonderful donor, we are so grateful to you for everything you have done. You are giving us a precious gift, an opportunity to start a family of our own. Without you, this might not have been possible for us. That you would offer such a gift of your time and your body shows a beautiful kindness and generosity of spirit. We hope you are feeling okay after your retrieval. After having had many of these procedures and sometimes feeling sick and painful, we hope you are well and pain-free. More than that, you deserve to be happy and proud of what you have done for us. Having done many IVF cycles, we know what you have been through physically and mentally over the last few weeks, and we hope it has been gentle on you. We wish you and your family every happiness. You will always hold a special place in our hearts.
Wow.
Our special.
That's amazing. Wow. I probably wouldn't be able to read that later. That's amazing. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that. It's those small things that really matter. And I'm sure that donor must be feeling um so grateful that she's actually been able to do that. And it's more about what you can do for another family. It's priceless, you know, the joy that
Absolutely. When she got this note, she was in tears and she shared it and she said she just have to share this. It was a first time donation and she just had to share this feeling and knowing that she was doing she was doing something good in someone's life.
Absolutely. Wow, thank you. So you've got a special surprise for the session. So I believe you have a surprise for us today, someone who can offer us a different perspective, perhaps.
Yes, we definitely have to need some surprise
Yes.
during this fertility, let's call it the fertility month.
Yes.
And yes, I have a donor for a donor who donated before, and she's also part of the Fertility Mate team. So she knows both sides of being a donor, sharing that experience, and also how she experienced working with the donors now. And I thought it will be nice for us and for the people watching this to just get the view from her as well. So that is the special surprise, Ali. And I introduced to you Ashley. She can introduce herself from here onwards.
Thanks.
Hi, Leanne.
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Very well, thanks, and yourself?
Good, thank you. Nice to see you again. So we met at the event in Johannesburg, in
Yes.
Victoria. So welcome. Thank you for doing
Thank
this.
you for having me, and thank you for doing this.
It's a absolute pleasure. So, you got a little story for us?
Just my 2 cents from being a donor, just
Yes.
a slight different perspective. I think if you round up 20 donors and you ask why, I think you'll get very different motivations and perspectives. Mine was a personal one. Growing up, it surprised me how many family friends battled with infertility due to all shapes and forms you can think of. And I don't think, even just from the outside, you can fully grasp what that individual or couple are going through. I think you can sympathize, but we don't know. If you haven't been there, we don't know the struggle.
Yes.
So my 2 godsons are a result of IVF and fertility intervention. And so I knew that by becoming an egg donor, I had, a unique opportunity to have a profound impact on someone's life. But I don't think, as an egg donor in general, we can fully grasp how big that impact is, and not just on ourselves, but the lives that we touch.
Yeah.
And and now being in the field, the first time donation, you start getting the bigger picture, and then it really hits you, and you're like, it's a very humbling experience to think, who knows how many people, how many profiles your IP went through.
Yes.
But they saw something in yours, and they were like, she can either help us create or complete our family. It's a very humbling experience. And just in general, to be an egg donor, there's a significant amount of time as well as physical and emotional investment from our side that go along with it. The whole cycle, it's a commitment. And with a commitment, to a donor cycle, your work and your personal life is affected. You've got the hormone treats, your injections. So you've got the medication, you've got the multiple scans and blood works, you've got the paperwork, and then a lot of patients is involved. And, and it's amazing. You think, oh, egg donor, yay, and that's it. But to get from the start to actually completing a cycle, it is quite the journey. And it's an amazing one. And I don't think unless you've walked that path, you can fully understand how much goes in. It's not just you've been matched, off we go into the sunset.
Yes.
So, a big thing I'm an overthinker and I'm a control freak. So a big thing for me was, every step of the way in the back of my head, it's like, whatever I do can impact the family that is waiting on me. And that is something that stuck with me the entire time, is that, and it blows my mind that even though that it's strangers that I was donating for, you still hope for the best for them. And it blows my mind after all these years and now working in the industry, is how do you, as a stranger somewhere, put your total faith in this egg donor you have selected and hope and pray that there's a positive outcome? You are trusting a stranger across the world.
Yes.
With it's an amazing thing. And just on a side note, from day one, I think it was, when you start doing research, anyone that's looked into egg donations, I think fertility in general, you realize the importance of being with a company that walks a journey with you, that answers all your questions, that is there, and it's not a fly by night.
Yes.
So that is my biggest advice to anyone that's looking to become an egg donor or who's looking for an egg donor. Just do your research. Because I think you find very quickly egg donation isn't a topic that comes up in casual conversation.
Yes.
It's not you bring it up with granny over the dinner table, on a Sunday afternoon. It's a very controversial subject. There's, as with everything, there's a stigma against it, and there's a lot of bad information on the internet because bad news sells.
Yes.
So for every 2 great stories, there's 10 bad ones. So that was a big wake-up call, even in just some of my close circles, is the opinions on egg donation. And a lot is based on ignorance. What happens if I wake up in an ice tub and my kidneys are gone? What happens if I can never have kids again? And how do I feel? And it's one I still get to this day, is how do I feel about having my kids walking somewhere in the world? And I don't see it that way. You know, I was a small piece of a puzzle that helped someone create a family, and for lack of a better way, I wasn't using those eggs. You know, I would have lost them naturally that month anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know,
And I think the sorry to break your word, but
No.
I think the what you said at the event, I won't you said it was just a piece of DNA. Is that
Yes.
what you said? Hey? I
Yes.
actually remember.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, that is true.
Yeah, and it
I
is.
think we used those exact words, but that's what you said.
Yeah. No, of course, no, I did. Because I don't. It comes down to, you know, I don't see any connection except that small bit of DNA I was able to give to someone. I'm very big on family. I've been blessed with an amazing one. But my thing is, family isn't necessarily blood, DNA, genetics.
Yeah.
It is your village. It is, you know, it's the people that love that child into being. So I stand strong by what I've done. I've got no regrets. And I'm not just saying that. I'm proud of what I've done, and I'm proud of the difference I've been able to make. So yeah, I learned very quickly on. There's people that get it and appreciate it and understand it, and there's those that don't. And you know what? So be it. And just while I was a donor, I had the privilege of receiving through Fertility Mate a message from one of my IPs just saying thank you. And I don't think it gets more real than that. And it was a sibling donation. So I knew the first one had, you know, that little baby. And it's just, I think you don't, something as simple as a thank you is like, wow. It makes it even more real that, you know, you help create, you help finish, you help start a family.
Yes.
So yeah, so just with that, I've only got the deepest admiration for anyone that's going through a fertility journey. With, you know, wherever you are, you know, you persevere through the challenges, you know, you keep hope alive. And there's a saying from Albus Dumbledore, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. He says that happiness can be found even in the darkest of times. And to me, I mean, it's quite fitting. Sometimes there's certain things we can't do on our own, and we might need a little bit of assistance for that.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you very much, Ashley. I love that what I hear both from you and Meadsie is a lot of heart in what you guys are doing. The love for it, and you always putting in a little bit extra, and your emotions is involved as well, which I think it really shines through, and it is necessary.
Thank you. It has to.
Not just a clinical thing. It's not just about a lot of people take it as just about, oh, it's a medical thing, but there's so much emotions that go with it.
Yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster, and yeah, you've if you don't have compassion, you need to look for another job.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Meadsie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Meadsie. I really appreciate that. I think that was perfect, and I love listening to Ashley. But thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope that Fertility Mate grows from strength to strength. And I'm wishing you all of the best. But thank you very much for doing this talk with us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your time, and yeah, for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.